Hi, Stan with 3DPT. No, I haven't done a broadcast in a while, but figured I'd catch you up on a project I'm doing for a national contest. So if you go to Thingiverse, they have a national contest for making adaptive devices or assistive technology for people with disabilities. And so I've actually entered into that. So if you go to Thingiverse, and it's the Assistive Technology Challenge. And among the entries, there's now 62. But you go on down, and there's the Adaptive Silverware Handle by Eaglenaut. So this file is now available on Thingiverse, and my account is Eaglenaut. But these are adaptive silverware handles designed to help you out in case you need help with your grip. Now, it's one thing to hold silverware normally like this with your thumb and your pointer finger in your hand and being able to hold it like this. But what if you can't do that? So to help with that, I have 3 different designs on Thingiverse now. And so all of these are designed to be printed quickly, and you just use rubber bands to hold them to the bottom of to the top of your silverware. So this is the first T-handle design, and with this one, once you rubber band it on, you could use any of your fingers to hold the silverware in place, and you don't even need your thumb to do this. So let me switch over to my pointer finger. So you could just hold it between your fingers, and you don't even need your grip to hold it. You could just hang it from here and use it that way. So this is my first design, and it's designed to hold the silverware like this, so you could also come down, put some pressure on, use a fork or a knife. Second one is one that I managed to hack out in AutoCAD. Again, rubber band the silverware in place. In this one, you hold the silverware like this, and you could use your thumb or you could use other fingers, and you could also scale this up or down if you want. Again, designed to hold the silverware like this, so you could just go like that. And probably the third one, favorite one, is one I designed with another guy in my CAD class. So thank you, Ty, for helping me with that. So this design has a notch at the bottom that's designed to hold the silverware better. We also put the notches through here so we could hold the rubber bands better and control the silverware more. Again, it's designed so you could use it either way and apply pressure. So this is all available open source on Thingiverse.com, and it's, what is it, Thing 1079951. So you can actually download these now, all free, all open source. So this is my design for the adaptive silverware handles. If you look under the hashtag Assistive Tech, you'll see all the contest entries there. And I print all these out PLA plastic. About 0.3 millimeter to 0.2 would probably be best for this. So that's my contest entry for this. So these are all adaptive silverware handles. These help people with arthritis or grip issues. And I'm actually looking at making some other additions to help people with hold things like pens or pencils or markers in the school. So that's in works. The other thing you notice is these are cosplay pieces for, I believe, Warhammer. A customer on 3D Hub sent me a large order to print up. So believe it or not, you could do multiple orders in a batch. So there's 3 pieces going there. And let me show you the Cura file. And so I've been working on this for about a week now. And when you're done with this, here's all the small pieces. And you can print big pieces as well. And the cool thing is, these are actually designed to stack up. They have tabs and slots. So when this is all ready, this will actually assemble together. And so you could print bigger things than what would fit inside your printer, or you slice them up into chunks like this, so you can stack them up together. So this is I believe it's called a pip for Warhammer. And so all the pieces will stack together, and I can't do this with one hand on the tablet. So pretty much, if you want to design cosplay pieces, don't send them to a 3D printer in big, huge, massive chunks that take up the entire space of the printer. People have already sliced them up, and you can find them like this, and they're ready to assemble once they're printed. So the idea is, again, this one has actually been a really well designed piece, because all these tabs line up nicely with the slots in the bottom, and then you just stack them and glue them together. So I think this is for either Warhammer or one of the anime series games. And when you print this, you can just watch how you print, because if you watch the overhangs, you can get away without printing a lot of support like I did for this piece. So I kind of made a mistake there. You can see all the lines here. So that's all from the support I printed. Probably didn't need to if I had just printed it and changed the orientation. The other nice thing is you can print holes ready to go, and you can also print counterbores or countersinks into them. So you can see here this piece has countersinks or counterbores put into it. So you could screw things into this directly using a hex nut or something like that. And this one also is a bit unique. It prints the holes with this teardrop shape. That actually makes printing them easier, because you don't have to deal with an arc overhang. So whoever designed this did a really great job of making this 3D printable. And so this whole thing is 46 pieces altogether. And it's taken me, I've had some setbacks trying to figure out some of the super small pieces. Luzbot does not like anything bigger than about 3 millimeters wide. So some of the pieces I've had to redo a couple times. But everything else here, all this is 3D printed for cosplay. And it's at 0.2 millimeter resolution, so it produces really good details throughout. And you can see like the fins and the insides of this came out really clean, as well as all the knobs have a lot of texture and detail to them. So it'd be interesting to see what the customer does, because this is all one file that the guy sent me, and it was 46 pieces altogether. So he'll have this in time for Halloween, but he actually ordered 3 sets of these. So this is the first set, and what's nice is I know now how to set these up right. So that way it saves the gaps, the slots there, and I don't have to chisel them out when I'm done. But yeah, 3D print, you could print a really nice flat curved piece as well. And so this is supposed to be part of like a bracelet, I think. Like that. And again, it'll all get assembled together, glued in place. And all-time favorite is all these small pieces. So with these, though, the trick to printing them is you have to use a raft. Because rafts are things that outline the print surface. Let me get that out of the way. So all this here is called a raft, or a brim, and this sticks it to the build plate and holds it on tightly while you do it. It's really great for small things to put a brim on them, just because it's easier actually to trim off a brim. And if you want to use a raft, that just uses a lot of material, which, especially on a big print like this, the customer actually sent me the filament he wanted, but he sent them to me on these 2/10 of a kilometer spool. So I'm trying not to go through them all. Now you can order large spools of filament. So all these are 1 kilogram spools, but the biggest I have is actually a 2.2 kilogram spool. And of course I buried it over here. So to give you an idea how big that is. Now, again, customer sent me a 2/10 of a kilogram spool. Here's a 2.2 kilogram spool. So I have one customer who likes a lot of purple in her orders. So I ended up getting this huge wheel. But this is for like when you actually start doing it as a serious business, you order in bulk like this. So this is 2.2 kilograms. So I think this is about 5 pounds here. You could get 10-pound filament orders. That's for huge printers like the Z18. But those are the things that take like 2 days or a week to print. And yes, there are files that take that long to print. The other cool thing here is you can see the infill. So all this hatching here, this is called infill. When you know you're going to have supports and overhangs and big surfaces on top of the file, like everything here, you can't bridge that big space by itself. So you have to set infill to provide a support as you go back and forth on a print. So as this goes to the top of the print, it's going to build a solid layer, and it has to have something to build on to bridge. So my settings here in Cura for these files, the customer ordered it from 3D Hubs at 2/10 millimeter thick. I've set the infill density at 15%. That's pretty good for what I'm doing. And just a standard X pattern. Print temperature, I'm at 200 degrees for the heater, for the hot end, and 80 degrees for the bed. I run mine hot because that helps it really stick to the build plate. I have supports coming up from the build plate, so you can see that here. So it's actually building support up to this overhang. And it looks like I forgot to flip that piece. And again, I'm using 1.75 millimeter filament. So you could put that through a MakerBot, through a LesBot. You just have to change the settings because it's normally designed for 2.85. And you just change the one setting down here for that. So, oh crap. I just had the filament break, so I'm going to have to stop the broadcast. You do have to watch out with 175, is it will snap on you. So I'm going to have to check out more at 3dpt.club, and I'll also be at the Futures of Technology for Autism up in Steamboat Springs this Friday through Sunday. Thank you for watching.